Right, hello again. So, I'm back. It's been like a month. And in the past however long, I think since like the Judoon got revealed in like May, we've had like a million bits of leaks, rumors, speculations, all that kind of stuff. And about like the various characters and monsters that are coming back and stuff. I mean, let's just look at it. Let's just take a look. First, Judoon got revealed officially by the BBC back in May. I think that was like the first proper bit of news we got. And I think one of just a few bits of information we've had on Series 12 so far. Because I don't think there are even like leaks and speculation before that point. So yeah, we got the Judoon. Then, like, we got that. I'm not even sure if it was official or not. We got that whole like, oh, there's gonna be an environmentally friendly episode about like plastic in the oceans and stuff like that. And immediately, people went, ooh, Autons, ooh, Sea Devils for that whole episode. Because obviously, if you're gonna do a Doctor Who episode like that, those are like the two big ones. Autons made of plastic, Sea Devils live in the sea. It's obvious. If they don't do that, then that'd probably just be a very boring episode. But besides that, so we got that. And then, when was it, like a month ago, 2 months ago, we got the leaked images of the Cybermen and the whole like rumor that is going to be taking place in like Victorian England with Mary Shelley, all that stuff, right? With a new design for the Cybermen, they look real fresh, they look real clean. So we got that. Then, like, what was it, like 2 days ago on Tuesday, we got the leak of the Daleks coming back. With a Dalek with a new design, which is basically like the Recon Dalek from Resolution, but painted black and some neat little changes to like the skirt and like made it wider and stuff. It's a very good looking design. And also, like, they got the 2005 Time War Daleks back, but I think they're actually getting rid of the plunger, putting in a claw instead now, which perfectly fine with. The plunger is iconic, but at the same time, it's a freaking plunger, like, so it's good that they have a claw now. And then on top of that, we also got the rumors that I can't even remember his name. It was like Sasha Dewan or something. The guy who plays Davos in Iron Fist. He is apparently slated to be playing the Master as well. So it's like, what is that? That's like 1, 2, I guess, kind of, sort of, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's like 6 returning villains for Series 12 that we've got lined up for Series 12. Now, obviously, I think the Dalek episode is rumored to be the New Year's special or Christmas special for next year, not this year. So, like, Christmas 2020 or New Year's 2021. So that's still a long ways away from the sound of it. Personally, I feel like it should be the finale, but that's just me. I mean, it's the last thing being filmed, and I feel like they wouldn't film the Christmas special now. That just sounds weird to me, but they are filming it now, and it's the last thing being filmed. So, yeah, so it's risen up some discussion, some talk about whether or not there are too many returning villains for Series 12. If Chibnall just decided, oh, people didn't like the fact that I made original villains and stuff like that in Series 11, so you know what, we're just going to drop the load. We're just going to put as many as we can think of. We're going to take the Sea Devils, we're going to take them out of Classic Who, bring them into New Who. We got Daleks, we got Cybermen, we got Master, we got Judoon, we got everybody. So, personally, I'm not against it. I personally could just go with every episode in Series 12 being a returning villain. That's not really my problem. Obviously, the big problem is if they're written well. That's the biggest problem. Obviously, from just a fan side of things, I'm really excited to see these guys. I'm really excited to see new Daleks, new Cybermen, See what they see a new Judoon episode after like what 13 years of just like one episode and a bunch of cameos. Like, I'm really excited for that. And it just depends on the writing, obviously. Like, this series 11, the writing was weak for the villains, which is why we didn't like it for the most part. The fact, there's also the fact that most of the monsters weren't really that interesting, anyways. Like, just from a idea perspective, like Fajarans is a bunch of assassins that lost their planet, so they decide to watch people die. It's like, okay, you can't really reuse them again. They're mainly just for this episode. Like, a lot of the villains in Series 11 was very situational. I think the Stenza were probably the only ones that you could bring back, or like you could do something interesting with afterwards. Like, all of the rest, like the spiders, the Fajaran, the Pating, they all were just made for those particular stories, which is not bad. Obviously Tom Baker ever did that a lot, but at the same time, it's not very interesting when the stories themselves aren't very interesting. So it all comes down to the writing for Series 12, really. That's just the big thing. Is that if the writing is interesting, if Chibnall could actually reuse these characters, do something original and unique with them without straying too far from what they're supposed to be, that'd be good. I mean, Resolution was a pretty good episode. For the most part, it was a good episode. There were a bunch of little extra bits that were just kind of bad. Like the two archaeologist characters were not very. I just didn't want them on the screen. The whole unit shutdown thing was stupid. There was a lot of dumb things in that episode. For the most part, with the Dalek itself, it was pretty good. I liked everything with the actual Dalek itself and 13 fighting the Dalek. It's just all the extra stuff was bad. So as long as we can fix that part, which I don't think would be fixed because it's Chibnall, that's just how he writes. He just does a lot of just bland, dumb stuff for the most part. So if somehow he could actually fix the writing, and obviously I don't think Chibnall's going to be writing every episode either. So there's going to be some episodes that's not written by Chibnall, where there's another writer that can do something with it. On top of that, it's like I said earlier, I wouldn't mind a series of just returning villains, but at the same time, it's only like what six of them out of 11 episodes basically. There's still like an extra like 5 episodes, maybe even less, maybe even more, with new original villains. So it's not like it's just a series of returning villains. Obviously, you're just bring in some big ones and then, a couple here and there just to, flesh it out a little bit, And especially a series with no returning villains, I feel like we should, like, catch up a little bit and just get as many of them out as possible now. So, yeah, I'm not against all the returning villains. I do see where people are coming from. Oh, it's lazy. Oh, Triple's probably worried that people didn't like it, blah blah blah. The villains, they're not the problem at all. It's just how good the quality of writing is. That's where the problem lies. The returning villains are not the problem. There's not too many. There's not too little. Well, there's too little. You could have Series 11, but like, yes, there's not too many. Okay, I that's just my piece. There's not too many. It's just as long as they are written well. If they're not written well, if it's like Daleks in Moffat era, where they just do dumb stuff with it just to be like, oh, the Daleks are here, woot, like that would be the problem. But I have faith Chibnall probably respects these old villains, as well as the fact that they already have established lore. They're already established in the universe. They have stuff you can pull from, and you could do some interesting new stuff with them. There's a lot more to play with when you bring in old villains, because like new villains, you gotta think of it, you gotta think of the episode to work with it. I think mostly for the Series 11, they thought of the episode and then the villain came second. Like, okay, let's do the story. All right, this villain here will work well in the story. Whereas for the most part, with like returning villains, you just think, well, we got to bring back this villain. Okay, let's make the story second, kind of thing, which I personally kind of prefer, to be honest. I when when the writing is not the best, I'd much rather some fan service than anything less. That's just me. But yeah, there's just not too many, guys. Okay, there's not too many. But yeah, that's me. What do you guys think? You know, do you think there should be more? Do you think there's too many? I mean, do you think the episodes will be good? Because that's the crux of the problem. Will the episodes be good? Will they be bad? You know, that's the real issue. And obviously, as I said, it's not gonna be just a full series of returning villains. There's gonna be new villains as well. So what new villains do you expect to see? What new concepts do you want them to use for Series 12? You know, do you think the returning villains and their episodes are gonna overshadow the other episodes with new villains? You know, that's also the question there. But yeah, I'll ask you guys, comment, answering those questions. Make sure to like, hopefully subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.